Hey guys, welcome back to another video on solo leveling arise. Black Thunder here. So before we jump onto the main video, I want to make an announcement like my guild is recruiting. It is my F2P Alphas guild. I have like built it from scratch like level 1. So if you want to join it, you can. Like only requirements are you should be active and do your weeklies, dailies. Like you have to contribute it really good. And not to forget also do your guild boss. Like rage requirement are not there, but try to get 100 if you can in both the runs. That will be good. So only, and also you should be on Discord or any other like platform on social media so you can contact with me if you go offline for several days so I don't kick you out. So now let's jump back to the main topic, like the question of the hour, the weapons. Like I'll give you all my knowledge because I've been playing this game for over an year. And if you wish to like jump to the main topic like ALLON'S ORB, so it will be around like 7ish minute. You can check that out. But here right now I'll give you my whole experience so you can like make your decision better in future with future weapons. So the main topic should be like what is your main goal in your account? Like if you are a whale, obviously you'll max all the weapons. And what other goals you have? Like some have BOT, they want to grind on that, get low scores, and some have like POD, like Cargill Boy was SJW1 and Stormbringer DKD really came in handy, and some have Water 1 too, like Grimoire, Thetis, or Kasaka Fang. So they got really good scores. So we are done with BOT. Next comes like Guild Boss. Like if you have fire weapons or dark weapons or wind weapons, you can like really cook with that. Like I have all of them in this account. Sadly, I don't have A5 fire team, so I was doing less damage with that. So the next game mode, which is most trending right now, the hard mode POD. And if you have like fire weapons and A5 fire team, you'll deal way more damage than me, obviously. And not to mention the right setup, though I can't do any more than that. So maybe I'll try with dark and water because I have those weapons and the teams too. They are really good. So let's see. So now comes my favorite game mode, which I always aim for to do better is the workshop, like top 1k, top 3k, something like that. So obviously, every time I go for the units or the weapons that suit the workshop, that is my top priority, not POD, BOT, or Guild Boss, only workshop. Like some people might call me crazy, but it is what it is. So when the game came out, the best two weapons were Moon Shadow and Plum, no doubt. Like Grimoire was also there. Like the initial weapons, only these two are the main ones. Like no doubt it is an old weapon, but still it has the best passives in the game to provide like 5 stacks of crit, the Plum Flower, if I remember correctly, and amplifying draw, full bloom, you mentioned it, and it provides ton of crit. So, like I said, old is gold kind of thing. It is the best weapon in the game. Like at A3, you get 2 instances and you can build up to 5. And also, A4 is like day and night difference because whenever you dash, you get the amplifying draw effect. And not to mention Moon Shadow, that lunar eclipse buff. Like these two weapons, along with magnifying slash, is one of the most OP combos in the game right now. Like even if you had these two weapons A5, so if you were a OG players, you might have cleared Vulcan easily, even though it is like not weak to Dark. And also Thetis was also paired with Grimoire, and its passive were really good because when you freeze the opponent, you deal even more damage. And you could use like old skills, the water one with the moon shadow to deal massive damage. Then came the most OP DPS, the wind one, DKD, Demon King daggers, and you can see all the passives. I won't read them out or bore you. But this, along with like Plum, was madness. The damage you deal was insane, but still it was not to the true potential. Like sometimes DKD would crit and sometimes would not, so it was kind of a handicap. So it like needed a true support to release its potential. Same with staff. Like staff, when it came out, it was thought of it like a mid weapon. Like it doesn't deal damage or crit much. Like it has a really cool buffs though. When you are charging and get hit, it goes into heavenly destruction and gets super armor. And the damage increase passives are just insane. And then came the support weapon, which we got free from the events. And no doubt it provides really good buffs and debuffs on the boss and also stun them and activates your extreme evasion. And because staff is a one hit, so main passives were of Golden Fox were to increase the damage of the one hit. So it was really paired with like really good. Along with staff, I managed to clear like POS 20 demos with both of these combo. And not to forget, like Phoenix Soul was also there, but like I said, it was an incomplete weapon, and we used to use this with Plum before the fan came out. And no doubt its passive was good, but like I said, it was like lacking the true potential unlocker, a good support weapon. So everyone used to think this is also a mid weapon and just leave it. And then came the Phoenix fan, sorry, the Fire fan, and the buffs and the debuffs it provide on the boss, like that Fire Demon one, and also the fire damage deal increase, and also it is directly proportional to the Phoenix Soul buffs, like the core attack, it buffs core attack a lot. So it was just made for Phoenix Soul. So when it came out, the both of that combo became insanely broken. So like I said, a mid weapon got to the best just because it has a true potential unlocker, a good support weapon. And you can see all the buffs and like core attack increase, fire damage dealt increase, all things. And then came the most OP support weapon in the game, the Stormbringer, along with Tempest debuffs and the Storm Strike, blah 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 buffs. I won't bore you with that. Like it increases your damage dealt and also the skills damage. Like this, along with Vacuum Wave, High Speed Rotation, and DKD, and stuff like deals crazy damage. Like when it came out and the Stormbringer strategy was invented, it was just bonkers. The potential it had, like, who can imagine to clear Demos POS 20 900k gap in my F2P account, just these two weapons and rare skills, because we are stacking a ton of damage increase. And I also managed to clear like expert story mode in my F2P account, the SJW stages, along with this combo. So, like I said, these three DPS weapons were only complete when their counterpart came out, like the support weapon, the Fire Fan or the Stormbringer. And Stormbringer is like paired with any weapon, DKD or staff, and it works just fine. Just like Plum is paired with Moonshadow to unlock more potential and deal more damage, and Grimoire too, along with Moonshadow. So now comes the main weapon that we were going to talk about. And if you skip to this, so hello. Like I said, Allen's balls. Like you must be wondering whether you should skip it or summon for it. Like no doubt it has good passives like water damage dealt increase and also skills increase. And also you must think like this 40% increase, and there is also one more increase like at A5 60% or 40%. So it should be huge, but it only like sounds good to be true, and it has diminishing returns because mouse tested it. Like no doubt it is a good support weapon and it will help get you better score in POD. Like POD and guild boss might be in question, it might be only a weapon for workshop, because if you see all the passives it just apply to the user. So it might be a selfish weapon, and we might use Thetis because it buffs the damage of the whole border team in guild boss and POD. And you can see the passives of Winter Scam too. And Winter Scam is also really good with Kasaka because they both scale off Wolf Assassin, and Kasaka also helps you deal more damage in the instance. It has a passive. But like I said, and you need to have good Wolf Assassin like Mythic or Legendary to deal massive damage. So this is a DPS weapon and it was incomplete, but after Allen's orb, Allen balls, it like really deal more damage than the Kasaka. But in POD or Guild Boss, you need to buff your damage of the water team too, which Allen Balls might not do it, so you must be using Thetis. That's the sad part. Like you can use Thetis along with Winter Scam too, they work really good in POD. Like I'll try. The next week it will be dark and water, so let's see what I manage to cook. Like obviously we can't freeze and get that buff of 50% more damage dealt increase, but still it buffs a lot. So when mouse tested Winter Scam along with balls, it was around like 70 around 70 million around damage. And not to mention you need this skill of piercing thrust water one, because this along with Allen balls and Winter Scam deals about 133 million damage. So think of it like kind of a premium setup. Like if you have all of them, then only you can deal damage, otherwise not. So if you have Winter Scythe already A5, then it is worth going for the balls, no doubt, because it will buff the damage of the Winter Scythe. But if I were to compare the wind, like Stormbringer and DKD are still on top as compared to Scythe or Allen's balls, and even like Stormbringer or Staff in terms of dealing damage. Like just these three weapons, and I managed to clear everything. POS 20 demos, and now I'm doing yogurt with DKD. So, like I said, first make up your mind And you can also see I'm saving the ticket, so maybe I'll craft it when it comes and save the tickets for the dark weapon when it comes, so it will be kind of killing two birds with one stone. So like I was saying, first make up your mind what is your main aim: workshop, POD, BOT, guild boss. And only go for Allen's Orb if you have the Winter Scythe A5, otherwise don't go for it. And also if you have that piercing thrust skill, the water one, it will deal massive damage along with balls. Like you can see here, let me show you. I did summon, like did some summons, and I didn't manage to get it, so it is what it is. So again, if you have the Winter Scythe A5, only then go for the balls, otherwise leave them, ignore them. Like also in my account I have Wolf's Assassin Mythic, so definitely if I get the chance I'll go for the Allen's balls. So I gave you whole experience like how the weapon work and how their true potential is unlocked after the support weapon comes. So you have to go for both of them. So this is it for the video. Hope it helps you make up your mind about the Allen balls. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. And if you're new to the channel, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care.